Cougar vs. Dogo Argentino. Could this dog hunt wild cats? Everyone wants to know, cats versus dogs, who is better? Well, we have the ultimate battle set up to answer the question. There are so many feline species, so many canine species. We've landed on two contenders. From the feline side, the Cougar, and the challenger from Team Canine, it is Dogo Argentino. It won't be a battle that you might see take place in your own house or in the neighborhood, but we will make sure to set up the appropriate venue. But we're wondering who would win in this fight, and that Dogo Argentino. Could this dog really hunt wild cats? Cougar. We will first be introduced to one of only 7 big cats in the world, a powerhouse, the Cougar. Why is the Cougar such a powerhouse? We'll get into that. Be prepared, because they say a dog's bark is worse than its bite, but you don't want to experience the bite from this guy. For starters, let's figure out where cougars even live. Of the 7 big cats in the world, only 2 live in the Americas, the jaguar and the cougar. However, the jaguar is predominantly in South America and Central America, where the cougar is in both those places and littered all throughout North America, even as far north as Canada. They are extremely adaptable felines, as you can find them in frigid temperatures of northern locations and also even in the extreme heat of places on the equator. They have one of the largest ranges of habitats of all big cats, and they actually are holders of a Guinness World Record. They are the animal with the greatest number of names, 40 names alone in the English language, including mountain lion and puma. But we'll stick to cougar for now. Cougars are the 4th biggest feline species in the world, after the tiger, lion, and jaguar. They are typically between 3.5 and 6 feet long, but plenty of times full-grown males exceed 7 feet long. They often weigh between 120 and 160 pounds, but they've been known to weigh more than 200 pounds. In fact, they vary in size depending on where they live. Cougars are smaller the closer they are to the equator, and larger the closer they get to the poles. Cougars are agile animals, able to hit speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, and with the ability to leap 15 feet up, which comes in handy when they are traversing steep cliffs and mountains. They oftentimes take down prey animals much larger than themselves. Cougars are excellent predators, and as we mentioned, they're extremely adaptable. A perfect example of this is the fact that they are rarely the apex predator wherever they live. The closer they are to the equator, the smaller they tend to be, and the closer they are to the equator, the more likely it is that jaguars will exist in the area with them. The jaguars, often larger than the cougars. Now, when you look at cougars that are farther north, away from where jaguars live, up in northern United States and also Canada, the cougars tend to be bigger, but now they share their territories with brown bears, black bears, grizzlies. They've grown accustomed to being a successful predator, but not always the apex predator. But this predator does have a secret weapon, besides that speed and agility and immense power from its large body. It's that bite. A cougar's bite is devastating. It may not be as big as a lion, but it has a stronger bite force, able to exert 750 pounds per square inch of force when it clamps its jaws down on its prey or opponent. That's one of the stronger bites that you'll find across the animal kingdom, rivaling what a black bear can do. To visualize the pain that would come from a cougar biting down on you with its immensely strong jaws, a vending machine weighs about 700 pounds. And cougars exert 750 pounds per square inch of force with a bite. For the cougar doesn't bark, nor does he roar, but it doesn't matter. His bite is what's worse. For our other competitor, what's the worst? Is it his bark? Will we find out? Could these two even possibly meet? So many cougars are found far north in Canada, but there are plenty found as far south as Chile and Argentina. And who else might we find in Argentina? Maybe the Dogo Argentino. Dogo Argentino. The Dogo Argentino is a species of dog that hasn't been around that long in the greater scope of things, less than 100 years. In the 1920s, a young student in Argentina and his brother decided they wanted to create a new breed of dog. They wanted a game-hunting dog, a big one, and they wanted it especially to hunt the wild boar in the region. The result, eventually, was the Dogo Argentino, a blend of several other breeds, including bull terriers and the massive mastiff. That is why this dog wound up being so big. They weigh between 90 and 100 pounds, typically are about 2 feet tall at the shoulders and about 2.5 feet in length. These dogs have excellent senses of smell, able to track down animals that they are hunting with ease. Due to this feature, along with others, sometimes Dogo Argentinos are trained for police work. What are some other characteristics of this dog that the police clearly love? It isn't known the exact speed of a Dogo Argentino, but they are definitely fast. In addition to their speed, they have great stamina and agility. Since they are not only hunting animals, but hunting animals in the forests of Argentina, they need the ability to navigate through the trees, sometimes in dense forests. They may not be wolves, but they've descended from wolves, and we know wolves to be able to hit speeds between 30 and 40 miles per hour and keep those speeds up consistently. In addition to their stamina, they also have explosive energy. A Dogo Argentino will leap into action in a fraction of a second. They're extremely athletic dogs and very powerful, as is quite clear by the fact that they take down large animals. As they've been bred to hunt in Argentina for big game, they've picked out a number of large animals. They will often hunt down peccaries, which can weigh anywhere between 40 and 90 pounds. Most peccaries weigh less than the Dogo Argentino hunting it, but it's not uncommon for a peccary to be the same weight. And the Dogo takes it down regardless. More impressive, the wild boars they were originally bred to hunt, they're even larger. This dog is excellent at taking down animals that outweigh it, but not only prey animals. No, because Dogo Argentinos also take down animals that are predators themselves, large predators. How is it that the Dogo Argentino can take down a cougar which outweighs him sufficiently? For one, the Dogo Argentinos are pack hunters, so there are often several of them, and they do possess amazing strength. They also have endurance that the cougar does not have. And did we mention the Dogo Argentino sports a bite force of 500 psi? That's not nothing. Now, Dogo Argentino packs can take down a cougar together, but what happens when we do a one-on-one matchup? Mono a mono, dog versus cat in the battle of the century. Battle of Argentina. We're ready to set the stage here in Argentina. Both our fighters hail from this proud South American country, so they both know the terrain. It's definitely a fair fight. Neither one has home field advantage over the other. If we find ourselves in a forest of South America, both the cougar and the Dogo Argentino will know it well. But this isn't a typical situation where Dogo Argentinos are in a pack hunting a solitary cougar. The Dogo Argentino enters the ring alone, as does the cougar. We'll let them traverse the forest on their own, no help from anyone else, and we'll let them find each other on their own. Both will sense the other before they even see the other, especially the Dogo Argentino and his keen sense of smell. He'll be alerted to the presence of the cougar a good deal before he sets his eyes on him, but the cougar won't be far behind in detecting the scent of his enemy among the trees. When the two finally find each other and their eyes lock, they will both jump into attack mode. It's an interesting dynamic as they are both predators, and one predator views the other predator as prey. When he is hunting in a pack, that is. The cougar will be wary of the Dogo Argentino. He knows when he sees an entire pack of them, he is in grave danger. But it's just one, all by his lonesome. The cougar will instantly see that he is larger than the Dogo Argentino. Even a small cougar is a foot longer and 20 pounds heavier. But if we were in Argentina and we're farther from the equator, in all likelihood we're talking about a larger cougar. He's likely going to weigh closer to 160 pounds or even more, meaning he outweighs the dog by 60 pounds or more, and he's going to have several feet on him. The cougar will feel confident in this, but he isn't stupid. He won't play it too fast and loose. This is still a dangerous opponent. The Dogo Argentino has explosive energy as he jumps into action, but so does the cougar. They're equally matched in that area. If the two jumped at one another instantly, this battle could go either way. They both possess great strength. They both have strong jaws. Then again, the jaws of the cougar are even stronger. The Dogo Argentino's 500 psi of bite force isn't quite as strong as the cougar's 750 psi of bite force. A bite from either will hurt, but the cougar's bite will hurt more. It will do even more damage. Now, the Dogo Argentino is trained to hunt big animals, and specifically cougars, so it's in his blood to deal with this exact animal. But his strategy typically employs hunting with pack. No matter, the strategy he will try to deploy is to chase the cougar for a long period of time to wear him out. The Cougar doesn't have nearly the same stamina. The Cougar is probably faster for short distances. The Dogo Argentino can outlast him. But this is all predicated on the assumption that the Cougar would run. A Cougar would run when he sees a pack of these dogs. When he sees just one, he won't be as intimidated. He will likely stand up and fight. In fact, he's got plenty of advantages just beyond his size and bite force. He's more agile, able to leap higher and farther, climb trees. There is so much angling in favor of the Cougar. His kind have been hunted by these packs of Dogo Argentinos for so long, always outnumbered and taken down. Now is finally his chance for revenge. You see, the Dogo Argentino is specially trained to take down an animal like this, and he will have a decent chance to do so. He is just that good. But he is likely not good enough, because in a one-on-one match against the Cougar, he will not be favored. The Cougar won't have to worry too much about battling with a smaller opponent if the opponent doesn't have backup. The Cougar is pound for pound stronger than the Dogo Argentina, or at the very least, pound for pound, they are equal. The problem for the Dogo Argentina in that case, he doesn't have as many pounds as the Cougar. We give the edge to the Cougar. Likely 75% of the time, if not more, he will win that one-on-one battle. To answer the question, can the Dogo Argentina hunt and defeat a Cougar? Yes, he usually does it in a pack. Can he do it alone? Yes, but don't count too much on it. He's hunting one of the most dominant predators in the Americas.